Where the hell's Kate going now? I don't know that answer. 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, but the mayor's not here.
I'll stay with her. No, go sit. Yeah, you sit.
Flank in the back? Does that make sense, or does that look goofy?
No, I.
You're doing it again. You're doing it again. Making sure all the things are where they're supposed to be. And some of the people need to take responsibility for it. I'm trying to get a hold of your attention to ask you a couple of really important questions, but like a beat. So am I reading this right? I'm here from here down to here.
Yep, you're going to introduce them, and then you introduce me.
It's a lot of yammering. I don't know if I want to do that. I might have talked up to this point. Why don't I just finish? Well, and yourself? I'm here. Oh, yeah.
Great. How about you?
Doing well, thank you. Very much. Very much. We've been in indirect contact.
There he is. How are you? Okay. Yep. Oh, I just saw an email yesterday about you.
Hey, how's it going? Good seeing you. Hey guys. Hey, last time I saw you, we were in Ireland. Left the ice. Yeah.
The Rock City Guardians Pipes and Drum Band. Cade Mila Falta, 100,000 welcomes to all of you to the month of March and this our hallowed experience every year that we get together in these beautiful city hall walls and pillars. Welcome to the 2025 version of the Tops Rochester St. Patrick's Day Parade. The parade itself, just a little bit behind it, goes back as far as the 1860s that we've got record of the parade here happening in the city. Great floods over the bridge on Main Street, which stopped the parade from happening one year. We've had interruptions by COVID, cold spells, windy spells. It's never predictable as far as the weather goes, but no matter what happens, we will be on the streets of Rochester, thankfully to our dignitaries up here, the county and the city, for letting us have those streets on that day for this wonderful hallowed event. As far as the celebration goes this year, we've got a theme that's a little bit different from years past. This year, we're celebrating that legacy of the Erie Canal, which the Rochester Irish, as well as the Irish up and down New York State, had a great deal to do with the construction of that canal. And we're encouraging those people that have floats and parts in the parade to do that justly, to represent the canal and the building of the canal in their floats, in their representation of what they're doing for the parade this year. And we're looking forward to some great exposés about the Erie Canal. It's my great pleasure to be up here and introduce those dignitaries that have allowed the doors to be open for us, both here in the city and over at the county. And at this point, I would like to introduce Mayor Malik Evans, our host for today, to come on up and have a minute or two or three or however many you want, Mayor, to tell us about this business of this parade. I might also add a travel partner of mine so proudly that we just got back from Ireland in October.
That's right, our sister city. We had a great sister cities trip with our city sister city and the county sister city, me and the county executive and many of the folks that are involved in today. So as you know, Ireland is a strong part of our city and has been since its founding. Let me just say, I'm very excited about this Erie Canal thing, the theme that you're having this year. It makes me want to sing the song I used to sing in elementary school. Anybody know that song? I got a mule. His name is Sal. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. He's a good old worker and a good old pal. 15 miles on the Erie Canal. So that's great. But I want to thank Mark and the entire St. Patrick's Day Committee for all their work. And of course, my partner in government, County Executive Adam Bello. Now, we think that the county executive has special powers because usually for the Lilac Festival, when he guarantees that we're going to have good weather, we usually have it. So we'll see what his prediction is. I'm sure when he gets up here, he'll tell you what his prediction is for the weather on Saturday, which we are extremely happy to be taking a part of. This is going to bring tens of thousands of people downtown to experience Irish pride, and it is a great economic development opportunity for our city. It kicks off our festival seasons. As soon as St. Patrick's Day takes place, that's when all the festivals start happening right after that. So we are very, very happy about that. And that Irish pride shines truly each year, no matter the weather, and thanks to the hard working of the all-volunteer St. Patrick's Day Committee and their sponsors. So can we give a round of applause for this committee? They volunteer every year to put this together, and we're so happy that they do this. I also like to give thanks to staff. A lot of the work that you see within the city will not be done and could not be done without our staff. So I want to thank our acting DES commissioner, Caputeo Conce, operations director, Karen St. Alban, and their crews for getting our parade route ready and ensuring our downtown shines every Saturday. So thank you to our DES crew, and of course to all of the marchers and all of the folks who will be participating in the parade. I'm going to turn it over to our county executive now, who will make some remarks. And then of course, we have our great proclamation that we present every year, and we will do that right after the county executive's remarks. Mr. County Executive.
Great.
All right, thank you, Mayor. I appreciate the opportunity to be here with all of you today. This is one of my favorite things to do at the beginning of the year because it kicks off our festival season and it means spring is right around the corner. So I'm very happy to be here with all of you. Mr. Mayor, thank you for hosting us in the beautiful atrium here. And thank you all for being here. Now, okay, he did say this, so I do guarantee weather. So yesterday we kicked off the Lilac Festival, and I said that we're going to have great lilacs. So I just pulled up the weather app. Am I going to jinx it, guys, or should I say it? Just say it? All right. All right. Next Saturday, it says a high of 63 and mostly sunny. So I'm going to give you the Monroe County 63-degree guarantee is what we'll do. But, this is, it's only a week away from the painting of the green. And really all the festivities, and it's really one of the first, big opportunities of the year for our community to come together to celebrate. I want to congratulate all of this year's honorees and the marshals who are here today. What a great honor for all of you. I had an opportunity to be sashed a couple of years ago. It was an experience that I'll never forget. Marching in the parade with your big sash on, you'll wear it every year. After that, if you're like me too, you'll wear it around the house too, and make everybody at home feel like you're special. But as the mayor said, we had an opportunity too to go with Mark and many others who are here today to visit our sister city and sister county. And when I went through customs at the airport in Ireland last year, the custom agent, a lot of times they say, where are you going? How long are you going to be here? That kind of stuff. And so she said, where are you going? I said, I'm going to County Cavan. And she said, I swear to you, she looks at me and says, why in the world are you going to County Cavan? And I said, well, it's our sister county. I'm a government official from the United States, and we're going to go visit our sister county. I don't think she believed me. So the customs agent said, okay, then I have a question for you. Who's a famous colonel from County Cavan that is from New York State and fought in your Civil War? And I said, without missing a beat, I said, Colonel Patrick O'Rourke. And she goes, you're correct. She stamped my passport and handed it back to me. And I turned to my wife and I was like, look at that. And she goes, how in the world did you know that? I'm like, how do you not know that? I'm like, it's Patrick O'Rourke. But it was a great place to go back to the birthplace of Patrick O'Rourke and, be able to sort of see where he grew up and understand, as a child, Patrick O'Rourke immigrated to Rochester and later became the first person of Irish descent to graduate from the West Point Academy. And then, of course, live here in Rochester, where roughly 106,000 of our neighbors today can trace their lineage back to Ireland. So if you think about that, 106,000 of our neighbors here in Monroe County can trace back to Ireland. So it doesn't matter if it's warm, if we don't get our guarantee, or if it's cold, windy, or raining. We're going to be out there celebrating that Irish heritage, celebrating as a community, embracing the Irish culture here, because on St. Patrick's Day, everyone is a little bit Irish, right? So with that, we're going to give a proclamation that we do annually. And Mayor, do you want to? Sure. Do you want me to start? You can start. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we won't read this in entirety, but we'll read a couple of the whereases. And it says, whereas Irish Americans have played a vital role in shaping our community's cultural identity, organizations such as the Ancient Order of Hibernias and the Ladies' Ancient Order of Hibernias and the Rochester St. Patrick's Day Parade Committee continue to persevere and promote Irish traditions, including music, dance, literature, and civic engagement. And
whereas the Irish immigrant journey reflects the broader American story, one of perseverance, sacrifice, and hope. Though they often face hardship and prejudice, Irish immigrants never wavered in their belief that America could offer a brighter future. Their contributions have helped define what it means to be American, and as they retained their heritage while shaping the nation's progress. And
whereas the Irish American experience is a testament to the strength of our nation's diversity, their legacy serves as a reminder that from many backgrounds, we are united in a shared pursuit of prosperity, opportunity, and cultural enrichment. Now, therefore, we, Malik D. Evans, Mayor of the City of Rochester, New York, and Adam J. Bello, Monroe County Executive, do hereby proclaim March 2025 as a time to honor Irish American Heritage Month. Hard to believe it's March again already, everybody.
photo.
Oh, quick picture, everybody. So, can everybody see? Here, why don't we step in front of the podium there?
I have just a quick little bit of information to share with you in that regards. On behalf of all the Irish organizations, which include the Ancient Order of Hibernians, Cultus Kateri Aaron, Rochester Police Emerald Society, the O'Rourke Society, Rock City Gaelic, Irish American Cultural Institute, the Ladies, Ancient Order of Hibernians, Sister Cities, and the St. Patrick's Day Parade Committee, and many others. We would like to thank County Executive Bello and Mayor Evans for the proclamation. This is the 36th year the U.S. is recognizing and celebrating the very significant contributions of Irish Americans on our country and local community. The Irish have defended freedom for all, starting with the American Revolution with the likes of Commodore Barry, the first Navy Admiral under Washington, and again in the Civil War, as you heard, with Colonel Patrick O'Rourke, leading the resulting victory in Gettysburg. Instrumental in the formation of our government and Constitution, the Irish literally helped build our country from the ground up while working on the Erie Canal and all the way to space by numerous astronauts, including Eileen Collins, the first female space shuttle pilot and commander from Elmira. We invite everybody to enjoy the numerous entertaining opportunities throughout March. Please experience Irish dance performances, cultist traditional Irish music sessions, local library programs called Sheemses that include music, history, dance, and even some soda bread. Of course, the largest event is the St. Patrick's Day Parade. Please visit the IAHM Facebook page or the organization's websites and Facebook pages for daily informational posts. In the words of an Irish proverb, for each petal on the shamrock, this brings a wish your way. Good health, good luck, and happiness for today and every day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jim. We'd like to bring up the county executive and the mayor one more time just for a brief presentation of genuine Irish wear for you to don for this year's parade.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh,
Perhaps they'll show them off for you a little bit later. By the way, I thought we had covered the fact that you're not going to make the predictions of the weather. So ignore all of that for the time being. We're going to go forward and we're going to be on the streets no matter what the weather is next week. Hopefully they were correct. At this point, I would love to bring up, first of all, as the mayor indicated, this is a completely volunteer service that the parade committee provides for the community, and we're happy to do it just because we get to shine the month actually, but for that day for the parade. But we couldn't do it without our dedicated sponsors, of which you see decorated along here on the windows. And that sponsor, which obviously is our lead sponsor and our naming sponsor, is Tops Friendly Markets. And we have been better than 15 years now, strong and in tandem with Tops for all the things that they've done for us. At this point, I'd like to bring up Tim Schilling, who's Tops representative, to speak on their behalf. Tim?
Thank you for the warm welcome. As Mark mentioned, my name is Tim Schilling, and I'm honored to be here on behalf of Tops Friendly Markets. It's hard to believe that Parade Day is almost here. I can honestly tell you that the entire team at Tops is thrilled to join all of you along the parade route for the 48th annual Tops Rochester St. Patrick's Day Parade. It's something we look forward to year after year. Behind the scenes, the parade committee has been working tirelessly to ensure another incredible event, one filled with music, dance, and the spirit of togetherness. Let's take a moment to recognize their dedication with a well-deserved round of applause. For 15 years, Tops has been proud to serve as the title sponsor of this cherished tradition, and the time has certainly flown by. Parade Day is always a highlight of the year, and there's truly no place we would rather be. On behalf of Tops and the Parade Committee, we can't wait to celebrate with all of you next Saturday at the 48th Annual Tops Rochester St. Patrick's Day Parade. We'll see you there.
Tops brings a contingent to the parade, and this year we're proud to say that they're going to put their chopper shopper in the parade again. Chopper. It's a monster shopping cart with mag wheels, and you just got to come to see it for yourself. It's a wonderful display of spirit, and obviously in this case, Irish heritage. I'd also like to bring forward, or at least raise a hand, Kathy Allen, Kathy Sauter, who are always here. They come from all parts of the state just to be part of it. And I would be remiss. You folks are from Tops also, right? Could I just grab your name quickly? Melissa and John, all here from Tops. What a wonderful arrangement and partnership we have with Tops. It's a covenant that we cherish and obviously push forward each year. Welcome and thank you very much. We have what we call the parade headquarters right down the road here on Main Street in Rochester. And that parade headquarters is in the form of the Hilton Garden Inn. We have quite a few people, again, dedicated souls there that help us get every inch of the way from setting up appointments for meetings to arranging for rooms for our people, for the people coming in from out of town, for guests and visitors, whatnot. And what I'd like to do right now is bring up a few of them, acknowledge them all. First of all, Caitlin Harris, if you could give a little wave over there. There's Caitlin. Aaron Rodborn, the assistant GM. And up to say a few words, I'm going to bring up Courtney Clark and Brianna Chapman. The Hilton Garden Inn.
Hello, my name is Brianna Chapman, and we're honored to be the host hotel again this year for the 2025 Top St. Patrick's Day Parade. We are located at 155 East Main Street, right on the parade route. We will be hosting the Celtic Fair in our Paul Ritter and Lewis Ballroom from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. And we hope to see your families, and we hope to see you soon. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Courtney Clark. We can't wait to see everybody down at our restaurant Drifters. We're going to be opening at 10 a.m. that day. We'll have a bunch of delicious grab-and-go food items as well as drink specials all day long. Some of the favorites, Jameson and Guinness, as well as mimosas and some Irish espresso martinis. Thank you.
Thank you, Brianna and Courtney. I would also like to put a plug in for the night before the parade on the 14th of March, where there's going to be an open mic session at Drifters Club. And it's a second year we've done this. Last year was absolutely a ball, but a lot of Rochester area Irish musicians will be in session there. And we're going to just run around, do a round robin, playing all sorts of your Irish favorites and tunes that you can dance to and sing to. So please make yourself welcome down to Drifters on the 14th from, I believe it's 7 o'clock until 10 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. So look forward to seeing you there. As far as the parade and all the things that are surrounding the parade, there's one event that takes place every single year. And until we met with this gentleman a couple of years back, I had no idea the depth and the breadth of which this actually needs to have attention drawn to it in order to happen. It's called the running of the green, or the running used to be the running of the Shamrocks. It's in presentation with the YMCA and the Greater Rochester U of R Medicine. And the gentleman who's up here blazing the trail for that is a fellow by the name of Jonathan Griffiths over at the Rochester Running Store. And I'd like to have Jonathan come up here and have a few words too.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I took over or started this race, started helping with the race back in 2018 with Bill Kehoe, who pioneered a lot of our local races. And this race back in 2012 got well over 2,000 people. And when I started helping with it, we had about maybe 800 people or so. Also, I think the temperature was maybe like -2 degrees that year. But either way, I knew that we wanted to really, enhance this race and bring it back to the numbers that we had. And my idea to do that was to, one, move it back onto Main Street, and actually as far down Main Street as we've ever had it, which is at Parcel 5 and the Mercantile. And we're planning on filling the Mercantile with close to 2,000 runners this year. So we're really happy with the success we've made on building back up the race. And I would say that our relationship with the parade has definitely helped that. We want to bring people down. Our mission is to bring people down to the city and experience, kind of a good vibes that the city has. And I wanted to bring people also to Main Street where they can just stay right for the parade. So that's kind of our hope, and hopefully we'll continue to grow. And we just appreciate the partnership that we have with the parade every year.
Jonathan, I don't know if you mentioned this or not, but their central location will be the Parcel 5 region of the city, right at the bend in the parade itself. And you can go down there and make yourself available to the people, the runners and whatnot, and they'll have some accoutrements, and there'll be some vendors down in that area too. So please, again, welcome yourself down there towards the Liberty Pole in Parcel 5. At this point, the little fellow over my right shoulder over here, he dressed in green with his shillelagh and his hat, his top hat. I would love to introduce you our leprechaun for the 2025 Top St. Patrick's Day Parade, Mr. Luke Dowdle. If you carry on with shenanigans, I'd watch out for him being over your shoulder. At this time, enough of the talk from me, and nothing personal, but let's get some kids up here that are really willing to show their talents and their skills for all of us. I'd like to introduce you to do a performance, the Rochester Academy of Irish Dance. The Rochester Academy of Irish Dance. Prior to turning it over to the Masteress of Ceremonies, I would like to just plug one more thing that's going on here in the city and the county. Over in Charlottetown, we have a proposed placement. We're still working through the details of it. A site for an Irish American Memorial Monument. Take it back, Memorial park, more or less, is what would be best termed as. We are working both with the county and Adam Bello and the city and Malik Evans in conjunction with the Charlotte community in order to try to secure a spot for us to put forward a small little remembrance, reflection park, if you will, for that which the Irish have had and connected with here, not only in Rochester, but in New York State as well. It is something that we've worked tirelessly through. Again, a volunteer committee that looks for sponsorships in the private and business sectors. And we will certainly pursue that as much as we can in order to make this dream come true. So keep your eye out for that. It's the IAHM, the Irish American Heritage Memorial, and it's sponsored in part by the Colonel Patrick O'Rourke Division. Nice job, by the way, Adam, for remembering the Colonel. And obviously you were well versed before you got there too. So well done. In all cases, this parade is not just about the Irish. It's not just about being Irish in the month of March, but we also bring forth a cadre and a group of honorees that are absolutely second to none. Each year we wonder how we can outdo the year before, and each year we come up with another group that's just as stalwart and just as worthy as anybody else that's ever put on a sash. And you see the sashes scoped around here in different places throughout the neighborhood. The person who is responsible for identifying all those people today and bringing them forward for their recognition and our group of honorees for the 2025 Tops Rochester St. Patrick's Day Parade is the lady who runs the parade indirectly, Ms. Kate McBride.
Thank you, and thank you all for being here today. And I want to thank our interpreters, Wanye and Candy. Thank you very much for helping us today. Many years ago, we started a tradition honoring people who have passed away during the last year, people who have contributed to both the local Irish community and the Rochester community. This year, we have 5 people we are honoring posthumously in the parade. Dan Flaherty passed away in September, who with his brothers started a wonderful family business, the Flaherty's 3 Flags Inn, built on both Irish roots and Irish heritage. Bill Lawler, a member of the Rochester Police Department and former president of the Ancient Order of Hibernians. Bill lost his battle to Huntington's disease in October. Together with family members and friends, Bill helped raise over $250,000 dedicated to Huntington's research. Ellen O'Connor, who was an important member of the local Irish community, passed away in December. She was an example to us all in her dedication to her family, her community, and her faith. Ted McGraw, a pillar of the Irish American community, passed away in October at the age of 87. A masterful musician and an advocate for preserving Irish music. He was also a former Grand Marshal of the parade. And Jack Pelvino, an immensely popular Rochester radio personality for 40 years and a pioneer in radio broadcasting. Jack died in December at age 90, and he and his family have been longtime supporters of the St. Patrick's Day Parade. These dear people will all be remembered for their generosity and the service to others. Thank you. As Mark mentioned, one of our favorite jobs on the committee is picking our honorees, and we ask for nominations from the community through local newspapers, our website, and word of mouth. And each year we think, how can we beat this group? And every year we have another wonderful group. I think it says so much about Rochester. There's so many people in our community doing great things. Today we're recognizing people who give up their time and their treasure to serve others. And it's my honor to introduce our honorees to you. I'd like to first call up our Ambassador to Waterford Scholarship recipient, Elizabeth DeHaan. And Elizabeth, why don't you stand over here? The Ambassador to Waterford Scholarship is administered by the Ladies' Ancient Order of Hibernians and financially sponsored by the Ancient Order of Hibernians. The winner is chosen from student applicants who are in good academic standing and are of Irish descent. They must write an essay entitled Why I'm Proud of My Irish Heritage and have a personal interview. Elizabeth DeHaan is a senior at Our Lady of Mercy High School, where she has a 4.48 GPA. That's pretty good. She is interested in studying biomedical engineering and pre-med for college and would like to work either in pathology, prosthetics, or pediatrics. At school, Elizabeth is a class officer for student council, the vice president of the National Honor Society, and participates in the Catholic Ministry Board and the Student Ambassador Program. Outside of school, she volunteers at both Strong and Highland Hospitals, and in the summer, as well as interned at Vanderbilt University Medical Center in the neurology department. She grew up working at the Irish Import, her grandfather's store, and dancing with both Drumcliff Irish Arts and the Goodwin Academy of Irish Dance. Additionally, Elizabeth enjoys playing Gaelic football with our own local Rock City Gaelic team, as well as playing soccer for her high school. Elizabeth has an exceptional understanding of Irish history and has been steeped in it all her life, learning from her grandfather and other family members. Congratulations, Elizabeth, on becoming the 2025 Ambassador to Waterford.
I just wanted to thank the Ladies and Men's Ancient Order of Hibernians and the St. Patrick's Day Parade Committee for allowing me this opportunity, and a special thanks to my grandfather, who emigrated from Dublin, Ireland to Rochester in 1965, for truly instilling my deep faith and passion for my Irish history. Thank you again.
Two of our honorees unfortunately couldn't be here today, but I just want to mention them. Our Community Leader of the Year is Larry Staub, a very familiar face in Monroe County, who headed up both the Monroe County Parks Department and the Seneca Park Zoo. And Christian Jobert is our business leader. She is the owner of Johnny's Irish Pub. She brings great music to Rochester and gives back to the community by hosting so many events, Irish events at her pub and community groups. So we'll look forward to seeing both of them on Parade Day. And I'd like to bring up our sports persons of the year, Karen and Gerard Iglesias. Why don't you stand right here? Karen and Gerard Iglesias are founders of Primetime 585. This unique organization concentrates on young athletes and covers sports, plays, collegiate signings, and anything that showcases young people in a positive light. Gerard is a retired phys ed teacher and Section 5 basketball coach. Karen is a scientist who started her own tutoring company and uses her math and science background to interest students of color and girls in the STEM disciplines. Karen and Gerard started the Coach Iglesias Free Basketball Camp 20 years ago. This camp was created to showcase some of the top talent in Section 5 basketball and gives kids opportunities regardless of their financial situation. The couple now runs 9 free camps each summer in basketball, golf, lacrosse, and flag football. They've created camps in not only the city of Rochester, but in rural communities as well. Both Karen and Gerard are passionate about using sports and service as tools to bring about change. Over Thanksgiving, 102 different teams throughout Section 5 delivered meals to help feed almost 4,000 people. During Christmas, teams helped to provide and wrap gifts for Golisano sickle cell patients and other children classified as vulnerable in our community. Karen and Gerard are also WROC News 8 contributors, spotlighting teams and creating a shining light for athletes going above and beyond the field, the gym, the pool, or the rink. Karen is the co-host of the popular News 8 Primetime Elite Awards, which airs 3 times a year. Karen and Gerard cover small schools, girls in sports, and sports that receive minimal coverage. They've taken high school sports by storm, covering all 118 schools in Section 5. They are also the proud parents of Anthony and Alan Iglesias, and Alan's here today somewhere. For all they do to promote youth in our community, both on the field and off, we're proud to name Karen and Gerard Iglesias as the Sportspersons of the Year for the 2025 TOPS St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Sports is the great equalizer. Sports and arts, I consider that's what everyone is on an equal playing ground when it comes on to sports. We want to first thank Adam Bello. The county is one of our only government partners that invest in the youth with us. So I would be remiss, we went from 1 camp to 9 camps. Because Adam Bello, Anthony Jordan saw value in us starting lacrosse programs for kids of color, golf programs for young boys of incarcerated parents. And when I went to Adam and I sat down with the county and we had a plan to expose our young Black and brown males in the city, he said, I like what you do, I follow what you do, I believe in you. And they invested in prime time and allowed us to do over 9 camps. So I just would be remiss not to thank you. We also want to thank Bob Johnson because they also, as a private organization, saw what we do and gave us a car to be able to go 40,000 miles a year. That's what we travel, 40,000 miles per year. But sports, the great equalizer. We thank TOPS because organizations like TOPS, that's important for us to have partners investing in this. We have to thank all of these sponsors, Connor and Ferris, all of these people, because it takes money, it takes time. You guys are dedicating your time to do that. I thank Mayor Malik Evans for all the work that he has put in the city to make our city safe. You're going through a challenging time, but we recognize that you are doing all you can for the city of Rochester, but partnership is important to us at prime time. We also, last but not least, want to thank the kids in this community. When we decided to do this 5 years ago, we just went out on a limb, we took a chance, we believed in us, and who would have thought somebody like me with the hair, the nails, my blackety blackness will be wearing a St. Patrick's Day sash. So I thank you guys, and we will see you guys on St. Patrick's Day. Thank you guys.
Just very quickly, I also want to thank all the members of the St. Patrick's Day Parade Committee for inviting us into this great event. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Our Citizen of the Year is Brett Zabreski. Brett Zabreski grew up in Lockport, New York, and always wanted to be a police officer, just like his father, John. Brett was hired by the Lockport Police Department when he was 21 years old and worked there for 4 years before transferring to the Rochester Police Department. At RPD, he worked primarily in narcotics and on the SWAT team during his career, as well as being an instructor at the police academy. He retired as a sergeant after 32 years of service. Brett has also served on the board of directors at Huther Doyle for over 20 years, helping individuals and families deal with issues around addiction. In the early 2000s, Brett vowed to start living a healthier lifestyle. This eventually led him to ultra-distance events, and he used his grit and determination to finish extreme challenges, like running or swimming nonstop across Lake Ontario, running 175 miles along the Erie Canal, running 50 hours straight for various charities, and completing the 135-mile Badwater Ultra Marathon in Death Valley, California, which is recognized as the most demanding and toughest road race in the world. In 2023, Brett completed 8 states for Maz, running 1,310 miles through 8 states over 50 days. That's doing a marathon a day, right? To honor fallen RPD officer Anthony Mazurkowitz, who was killed in our city in the line of duty. Brett wrote a book about that journey called 8 States for Maz, the Humanity Tour, where he describes all the acts of kindness he witnessed from friends and strangers. People who gave him the last dollars out of their pocket for a family and a hero they'd never meet. It's a beautiful story about America and about the kindness of Americans. Brett has raised over $300,000 for charities such as the Special Olympics, the Veterans Outreach Center, and the Mazurkowitz family. For his outstanding commitment to helping others, we're proud to name Brett Zabreski as the Citizen of the Year for the 2025 TOPS St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Thank you. Yes, I did run here, if you're wondering. Oh, of course. I'm humbled by this recognition. I can't thank the parade committee enough. I thought they called the wrong Brett when I took that phone call from the great Kate McBride. I made a solemn oath a couple of years ago that anytime a microphone got put in my face, that I'd say this name. That's Officer Anthony Mazurkowitz, who was murdered in the line of duty July 21st, 2022, doing the job he loved, serving and protecting the citizens of this great city. And it's all of our duties to continually say his name and to say Officer Darrell Pearson's name so that their noble sacrifices live on for eternity. When I'm asking you to do something, I also ask you to keep their still grieving families in your thoughts and prayers, because thoughts and prayers can change lives. I know this slightly crazy guy who decided to run from Florida to New York doing 50 marathons in 50 days. And there was times when he thought he couldn't take another step further. But it was the thoughts and prayers of hundreds and hundreds of kind people that made that possible. Thoughts and prayers can change a family's lives. Thank you. God bless. Sláinte.
Thank you, Brett. I'd like to introduce our Community Organization of the Year, First Student, and I'd like to bring up Barb Grozowski, the Senior Location Manager, Bill Simpson, Kathleen Zink, and Donald Blair. Thank you all for being here. The team at First Student, which includes hundreds of bus drivers in the Rochester area, provides the safest form of transportation each day to the nearly 15,000 children and their families throughout our community. They strive to provide unmatched care on their buses so that when students arrive at their classrooms, they are ready to achieve their full potential. First Student was founded more than 100 years ago and has grown into the leading operator of school transportation in North America. The company now operates in 41 states and expects to complete 1 billion student trips during the 2024-25 school year. While First Students serve school districts across the US and Canada, they always want to combine their national scope with local reach. They say we are at our collective best as a company when we're engaged in the communities where we live and work. First Student embraces these opportunities, which is why they're excited every year to participate in the Rochester St. Patrick's Day Parade. First Student has partnered with the parade committee for over 20 years, not only as a proud sponsor and participant in the parade, but they have helped us year after year, shuttling marchers, spectators, officials, and honorees, doing whatever we ask, whenever we ask it. First Student has a century of history, experience, and dedicated service. It showcases their commitment to student safety, parent trust, and school district partnerships. We are proud to name First Student as the Community Organization of the Year for the 2025 TOPS St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Thank you very much. It is a great honor to be recognized, especially with the St. Patrick's Day Parade Committee. We really enjoy this parade, this event. My fellow staff behind me make it happen with buses and organizing the transportation to and from the event. I do want to say that First Student thrives on being a positive influence in the Rochester community. We service many, many school children, and like Katie said earlier, our number one priority is to get them to school safely. So I also want to thank our employees and the best of the best that we have as our drivers and our bus attendants that are here every day making it happen for the parents of this community. So thank you very much.
And now I'd like to introduce the Grand Marshal of the Parade, the Mary Cariola Center. And I'd like to call up the Executive Director, Karen Zandy, and Greg Camp, the Director of Marketing and Communication. And while they get their sash on, I thought I wanted to bring a picture of Mary Cariola because my guess is that a lot of people don't know what she looked like. You certainly know her name. A legend, for sure. You guys want to stand over here? It's probably better. Thank you. A very vibrant, motivated, and compassionate woman named Mary Cariola founded what is now the Mary Cariola Center. As the center celebrates their 75th anniversary, Mary's mission is still alive in the form of a preschool program, a school-age program, and residential group homes. Mary was told early on that her concept of educating and caring for children with developmental disabilities wouldn't last 6 months. But Mary's drive was second to none. Her philosophy was that every child has potential regardless of a disability. Her advocacy was 40 years ahead of the passing of the Americans with Disabilities Act. Just amazing. Today, the Mary Cariola Center has evolved into a school that serves over 450 students with intellectual developmental disabilities and medical complexities. The independent nonprofit agency operates a preschool, a school for students ages 5 through 21 that are all located on 3 different campuses. Students come from over 50 different school districts in the region, and the 6 Cariola group homes are home to 44 residents. The lives touched first by Mary Cariola and then by a committed team of professionals is what truly makes this wonderful agency unique, as the innovation once thought impossible is thriving. Medical miracles happen every day, especially here in Rochester with the Golisano Children's Hospital. Children who may not have survived birth anomalies or trauma just 5 years ago are now living, and Mary Cariola Center is perfectly positioned to be there for them and their families. The last 75 years has been full of innovative firsts and solutions to the numerous challenges their students and residents face every day. Thanks to their donors, board members, volunteers, family, and staff, this agency is prepared to do what Mary would do in their services and programs both now and in the future. They call it the Cariola community, recognizing the impact that Mary and her supporters had on the intellectually disabled community was immeasurable then and still is today. The Mary Cariola Center has been part of the fabric of our Rochester community for 75 years, and we are proud to name the Mary Cariola Center as the Grand Marshal for the 2025 TOPS St. Patrick's Day Parade.
Thank you, Kate, and thank you to the parade committee. Kate, as you said, Cariola is connected in so many ways to our community friends here, and I'd just like to honor them. We're honored to be chosen as the Grand Marshal and appreciate so much of the support that the community gives to us. It's really fun for our staff. On behalf of our staff, our kids and our families are really excited about this. We've started to say throughout the month of March, everybody finds a little bit of their Irish, and this is Mary Cariola, who will be showing up for the parade. I will say to Mr. Dowdell a word of caution. I think there's a few leprechaun traps being set up at school. So we're all preparing for the week and having a whole lot of fun. Again, great thanks, and we're going to have a great day.
Thank you so much. And let's have another round of applause for all our honorees. Before I read our schedule of events, we have another opportunity to watch the wonderful Rochester Academy of Irish Dance, who is led by their wonderful and talented teacher, Rachel Burke. And Rachel, can you give us a wave over here? The Rochester Academy of Irish Dance. Thank you all so much. Let's have another round of applause for the Rochester Academy of Irish Dance. I really want to thank Mayor Evans for hosting this today, and Adam will be down at your place on Saturday, so thank you. And Mayor Evans, you have a great staff. Your special events staff of Kara Osipovich, Carly Gillette, Joel Lessie, Hannah Berry, and Nate Miller. He's doing a great job, so thank you all. And Mike Burns is here somewhere too, so thank you. We are so excited about the Top St. Patrick's Day Parade coming up next Saturday. On this Friday, we'll have the painting of the green right out in front of the Hilton Garden Inn, our parade headquarters. We'll have dancers. The Rochester Academy will be back again, and bagpipers. And the city and the county will paint the green line down the middle of Main Street. So please join us for that. On Parade Day, we have a beautiful Mass at St. Mary's at 9 o'clock, which will be celebrated by Bishop Matano. At 9:30, as Jonathan said, is the running of the green over at Parcel 5, which is brought to you by the Greater Rochester YMCA and U of R Medical Center. The flag raising ceremony will be at the county office building at 10:30. The Celtic Family Fair will be run at, again, our parade headquarters at the Hilton Garden Inn from 1 to 4. It's great fun for families. And at 12:30 p.m., the TOPS Rochester St. Patrick's Day Parade will step off right at 12:30 at the corner of East and Alexander. So it's a wonderful, wonderful event. It's the biggest, it's the largest single day event in the city of Rochester. And I think especially after a long winter, it brings everybody out to celebrate. So we hope you'll join us. We have 9 bands, 6 Irish dance schools, fire trucks, floats, horses, and lots more. So thank you all for being here today, and we'll look forward to seeing you next Saturday. Thank you so much. Honorees, we'd like to get a photo of you with the mayor and the county executive.
Greg?